My first choice is for Starburst, berries and cream.
You tried these? Berries and cream Starburst?
In the wrong hands, this is dangerously plonky dialogue. And our guy, the little lad, just appears like that.
Pardon me, what kind of Starburst did you just say?
I think on paper, it's not very funny. It's Guy finds sweet, dances and sings because he loves it so much.
Berries
And berries? Berries and what else?
and cream?
The suitcase is dropped.
Berries and cream! Oh, hurrah!
Why is he a pilgrim? Why is he an English lad from the 17th century? Why is he at a bus station? If you overanalyse those things, he's a pilgrim because he's on a mission. He's travelling to the Holy Land. And I think in this suite, he's found it.
Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
And then when he goes up an octave and ramps it up again, it's like magnificent.
Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
It should be over. It should be finished. You've done your job. You're all done. You've sold me the product. I mean, I love it. Great. But no, the high kick, the kind of ultimate kind of like petulance. What I really love is what it kind of says about the history of American advertising and British advertising. In Britain, we like to hide our light under a bushel a bit, reveal in a clever way who the brand is at the very end. Whereas this American advertising is a great example of it. Just tell me what you are, tell me what you want to do, right at the very beginning. This is not classic comedy dialogue, but in the hands of these people and this director, it's fantastic. My second choice is for Miller Lite, and it's called I Can't Control My Arm. I mean, I've always affectionately called it shaky arm for obvious reasons. And like Starburst, it's got that brilliant up front. It's like the pack shot. It's done at the beginning.
Not everyone in this commercial will have a Miller time, but you might.
We all know how a dog reacts when he sees something he really likes.
It's got this brilliant Pavlovian theory of kind of cause and effect.
Unexpectedly, I've noticed the same behavior on this young man.
He's got a brilliant sadness to the fact that the thing he loves, he can't have because he can't get anywhere near his lips because his arm goes all over the place. I think that's brilliant.
Look at this.
It's got so much detail in it. I love the fact that the windows are just packed with people, just looking in like, this is an event that's happening.
Can you turn this into something good?
The fact that they never leave that product behind from that very first opening scene where you've got that jingle and that line, and then the product's always there, in it and throughout. The point at which the drumming comes into it. It's like, this is like advertising for good before it became a thing. It's like, no, we'll make this work for this guy. This is great. And like Starburst, he never actually drinks the thing. I mean, he can't drink the thing. So spot on. From the music to the casting to all those brilliant bits of detail. Amazing, I love it. I mean, I think it influenced our industry, not this ad in particular, or that time of the advertising by Tractor and Lean St Paul and Diesel. There were lots of work like that. I think it influenced the advertising industry a lot. I like to refer to it as there was a time before Shaky Arm and after Shaky Arm. My third choice is for Bogues beer. And there's a real magicalness in this kind of fable, like a storytelling passed down through the ages. The details on it are fantastic. In the very background, the opening shot, there's a duck in the background and he dips his head under the water and his head comes up and it's a swan. But it's just such background detail, again, which is like this memorable kind of advertising needs all these memorable touches in it.
These pure waters are special. Something goes in there, comes out different. In a good way.
It's working so hard, this commercial. There are so many scenes in there and they're all still left to breathe. It doesn't feel too busy, but they're surprising me every single time I've got a scene. I do not see the next one coming. There's the archive footage of seeing his dad and his shoes in the puddle, and they change every time he dances. There's our guy, the narrator himself. He starts with a ukulele, and then he's on a national guitar, and then he's on a sitar.
Oh, sure, things don't always turn out the way you expect. But nobody's complaining.
I love the way that everyone comes towards the jetty at the end, bringing all their stuff, their toys and their furniture in the hope that they're going to dip it and bring out something magical.
Because this water just makes things better.
The product's kind of like dipped in at the end there, the water changes into the beer. I mean, like the first one, on paper it might look great, but again, it's about the detail and the time and attention they've paid into those different scenes and those scenarios, and how they're going to work differently each time, and how they're going to bring something more to that commercial to make it richer each time. It's great. It's brilliantly done. I love it. Being funny in a commercial stays physically with people for longer. You remember it for the day, for the week, for years to come. Those 3 commercials never leave anything behind, and they're making every single second of that film work hard to serve that idea and to be funny. Right up to, it's encapsulated by the very, very last half a second in each one, right to the very end. They're not giving up. It's great.